Hello everyone, this is VJose42 back with another review. This is a deck that was requested for a review by one of my subscribers, so I figured, why the heck, it was only $5. I believe it was on strangemusic.com, something like that. I just Googled, I found it, so it's not that difficult. On the top there's a Roman numeral for 9, I don't really understand what that means. And it says Strange Music. And at the bottom it says playing cards. In the middle you got some kind of a logo with a S and an M, which could be interpreted as S&M, which is, well, something sexual. We won't get into that, but it stands for Strange Music in this case. And there's a bunch of Roman numeral 9s throughout, which is just bizarre. I don't understand it. It doesn't really make sense. But that's the front of the box. On the side it says Strange Music playing cards. We'll focus there. The other side, same thing. And it says the same thing on the top and the bottom as well. And you got that SM logo. The back, that's what the cards basically look like. It's a bunch of Roman numeral 9s, or IXs if you will, and the SM logo in the center. Yay. And the flap is nothing. These are made in China. It said so on a sticker that was on the cellophane, which is no longer here, but I guarantee you that's 100% correct. Inside you get a couple of jokers, nothing too special. They are basically Chinese copies of a Cartamundi Joker. They say Joker in the two corners. There is a ribbon down here that says Joker, and you see the Jester, a Joker guy, standing on top of this globe, on top of the world essentially, throwing down cards. It's raining cards on the earth. The other one is identical except it's in color, and it's probably more familiar to those who've seen the Cartamundi Joker. It's the same thing. The Ace of Spades, and we'll get to the back of that in a minute, is this cheap thing. You see this in a lot of cheap Chinese decks. They're too lazy to customize something, so they just go with this standard deck. And I've even had, custom deck made with this Ace of Spades in it as well. Nothing too spectacular about it. The only customization is this, which is pretty horrible. It's a blatant one-way back design. It's got a bunch of Roman numeral lines that I don't understand. The SM, which is fine, but makes it a one-way as well. But the Roman numerals do that enough. And you don't really see it in this card, but we'll find something to show you. What I noticed is that some of these cards are badly off-centered. Well, I guess they're not that bad, but they are, for the most part, they are off-centered, but I guess they're not as bad as I thought. And then the court cards, number cards are all standard, as you can see. The fact of the matter is, I did see that they were off-centered. It was noticeable, but I'm just not noticing that right now that much. A little bit off-center. But more importantly is it just looks pretty bad. I don't know who designed this, but they should be fired. They do have just a smooth plastic coated finish, if you can call that a finish. They don't handle very well at all. You might as well use them to start a fire. I haven't said that before about cards, but I'm going to say that about these. Probably a few other decks that I could have said that about. I mean, they do spread fine, but they don't fan good. They're probably okay for practicing certain stuff or for just playing for cards. But I wouldn't recommend them buying for collecting purposes or magic purposes. And I should mention, by the way, that they are also bridge size, in case you haven't noticed. But yeah, they don't fan well. Most decks from China don't. That is that. That's the Strange Music deck of cards. If you want to recommend something for me to review, make sure it's not strange like this. Make sure it's something nice, something that might actually be cool, I guess. But anyways, that is that. My recommendation is probably you don't want it, but if you do want it, you can have this one right here for sale. See you next time.